What is up, everyone? We are back with another NBA tier list here, and this time we're ranking more relevant things. This time we're doing NBA logos. So just like the jerseys, is obviously all based on personal opinions because there's nothing else you can really base it off of. Not going off of any messages or anything hitting the logos. If it looks good, it's going in the S tier. Looks bad, going, we need to, we'll do this right now. This person did not put a F tier in, so we are going to add that ourselves. Make this F, color, we'll make it gray. There we go. So have our tier list here. Let's just get started with the logos. Starting off, it's my favorite team, the 76ers. Is bias coming in here? Probably, but I'm putting this at S. I don't know why. This is just a great logo to me. Classic to me. Love the colors, just works. I'm also a Bills fan, so if you have red and blue, I mean, it's just a classic color combo. Clean logo. Gets the point across, has the stars and stuff like Philly needs. Good looking logo. Moving on to the complete opposite. Washington Wizards. This is a D tier. Everything with the Washington Wizards is so busy and cluttered. All their jerseys besides their new city ones, their logo, everything. It needs a whole revamp. Maybe they go back. I guess they couldn't go back to bullets now because it's going to be 2020. You're not going to be able to name a team the Bullets, but they need a complete rebranding, I think. I get it, it's a wizard wand in the middle with a basketball, whatever, but it's a mess. The stripes is really what throws it off. Just not a clean looking logo. Next we have the Hawks, which I'm going to put in the B tier. Honestly, I'm realizing it's pretty close to the Philly logo, but I mean, it's just a okay logo. There's nothing bad about it. Some of these I'm not going to have a lot to say about because they are just logos, but this new Cleveland Cavaliers logo with the shield, I like it. I think it looks pretty clean. Looks good on their jerseys and all their t-shirts and stuff. It's just a cool logo. Kind of different because they don't really have a basketball in here. The shield with the sword for the Cavaliers kind of went their own path, and I like how they did that. Next up, we have another team with just a basketball and text, Detroit Pistons. That's going in the C tier. I'm just realizing I'm filling out one of each so far, but C tier for this. It's pretty bland. I mean, Detroit's another team where they had some amazing jerseys back in the day. Better logo, everything. I think they need to go back to that era, Bad Boy Pistons era, with the whole design. This is just okay, though. I'm not going to put it any lower. C tier, pretty basic. Indiana Pacers, honestly, this gets a D rating. I do not like this logo at all. The P with the basketball is just a little corny to me, and it just looks like something you could throw together in Microsoft Paint. Rest in peace, Microsoft Paint, by the way. I'm pretty sure that is not a thing anymore. But just not a great looking logo at all. I don't like the text here, Indiana Pacers, the font, anything. Going in the D tier. Milwaukee Bucks. This is a S tier. What's not to love? Clean logo. Has a huge buck on it. Font looks cool. Not a lot to say. Just a very neat looking logo. Nothing wrong with it, so I can't put it any lower than S. Then we have the Raptors with the Raptor claws on the basketball. I'm going to put this in B, which some people might like this a little bit more. To me, I don't love this. I love the baby dinosaur stuff. I love those logos. This is just okay to me, but a little above average. At least there's some creativity with the Raptor claws in it. Mavericks, I'm going to put this in C. I mean, honestly, now that I'm looking at it more and more, I'm going to put this in the D tier. I do not like this logo. I mean, the idea is fine with the Maverick obviously being kind of a basketball combined. I just think there's a bit too much going on. There's a horse basketball, the shield, there's another circle around the basketball here, stars up here, the huge Mavericks label. Like, this is the Cleveland Cavaliers logo gone wrong. Like, just do one thing. Take out the basketball in the horse. Change it up a little bit. Just have the horse like galloping across this on the shield. That would look a little bit cleaner, I think. Just not great. Now we have the Nuggets. This is obviously going back a little bit to their older days, and this is a clean logo. I like the color combo. It's pretty unique besides now that the Cavs City jerseys kind of have the exact same colors on them. But other than that jersey that just came out, this is a pretty unique color scheme, and I just like the logo. Clean here. Obviously has a lot of meaning for Denver and their money and stuff. Now we have the Grizzlies. This is just going C tier. I mean, it's literally just a bear. There's nothing wrong with this bear. It's a bear. I'm not going to put them any lower. It's just pretty boring logo. Moving on, we have the Timberwolves. I honestly really like this logo. I know a lot of people weren't a fan when they redid it, but I just think this looks clean. I like how it's all blue, but got a little bit of different tones in there. The wolf looks good to me. It has the whole basketball thing, which 90% of these teams like to throw basketball into their logo, which is kind of weird because if you think about it, other sports really don't do that at all. But anyways, I like this logo. I think it looks better than their old one, and it was a good modernization of the Timberwolves franchise and design here. I like when they made this change. Now we have the Spurs. This has to just go in C. I mean, it's obviously classic at this point, the Spur here, and it's just kind of a boring logo. Once again, nothing wrong with it, but not doing anything great either. I guess there's a reason why there was no D tier, because none of these are getting, or F tier, because there's none getting put below the D tier, but oh well. Moving on, we have the Jazz. The Jazz I'm going to put in the D tier, I think, again. I don't know. I just don't like this logo. I like their older logos. Again, I know I'm not trying to bring up all these teams' older logos, but when you go backwards, then you try to modernize. Sometimes it works like the Timberwolves, sometimes it doesn't. This just feels like it needs a new revamp. They need to either embrace the new yellow and orange city editions and make their primary logo like that, or do something with a throwback with the purple mountain ones. Need to have something there. This blue is just pretty plain, pretty boring. I get it's a music note for the Jazz. I don't care that's a music note. Moving on, I said there wasn't going to be any F tier, but honestly, this Clippers one might be F tier. This is just the laziest thing I've ever seen, honestly. I don't like the LAC in the middle of the basketball, which is sometimes what they use as like a primary logo. This is just literally text and a basketball. Like, there is nothing going on. Like, at least the ones above it in the D tier, they tried, but it just failed. There was some attempt to make something happen. This is the laziest thing I've ever seen. Now, with Nike again in control, the jerseys are getting a little bit better. They're doing the Buffalo throwbacks and the like San Andreas looking ones for the city edition. So hopefully something can happen with the logo. It's got to be sacrificed to the F tier though. Now we have the Suns. I'm not honestly 100% sure. I felt like they had a newer, like, updated logo, but we're ranking this one that's right here, and I'm just going to put it in C. There's nothing really too bad about it. The only thing I don't like that's kind of holding it back, I think if it was honestly just this basketball with the sun around it, it would have been a lot cleaner, but there's a little black card on the back. I don't really like it at all. But like I said, I think they got rid of that now. I feel like it's a cleaner logo, so... But just ranking this one, we're going to put it in C tier. The only thing I don't like is this little black background, but it doesn't hurt the logo, really. Next, we have Portland, who's going in the F tier just because I can never remember which side the white and red's on. Kings, let me be serious. Portland, honestly, C or D, I can't really tell. Let me analyze. I think it's going to go in the D. It kind of falls in the category with the Clippers, where it's just kind of one thing. I mean, at least this Trailblazers, whatever you want to call it, this swirl here is more iconic than the nothing the Clippers have, so I'll put it above the Clippers. But once again, it just has plain bolded text here, a little bit, just says Portland Trailblazers, nothing special going on. We'll give it a D tier, honestly. Kings, don't know why, I just like this. It's kind of the perfect mix of throwing the basketball in but not doing too much or forcing the basketball into your logo. On the bottom here with the gray, you can see it, obviously it's there. And on the top here, King obviously ends up in a crown. Just a clean looking logo, all the colors, everything. I really like the Kings, and plus I like how it's a purple logo, purple jerseys, because that does not happen in like any sports. It's like the only one in the big three of sports that I can think of that has purple jerseys besides Baltimore. Now we have the Knicks going in the C tier. I mean, honestly, is this a little biased? This Knicks one's pretty close to the Mavericks. I just think it's a little bit more iconic, a little bit cleaner. It knows it's just a simple logo that says the team name and basketball. It's not trying to do anything special, so I can't put it above C. It's just an average looking logo. Pelicans, D tier. I mean, there's an attempt. You know what? I'm going to give the Pelicans some credit for the attempt, because some of these, like the Jazz, made no attempt, or the Wizards just completely stumbled. But the Pelicans did make an attempt to include the actual Pelican with New Orleans. I think if they didn't have it say New Orleans right there on the top, maybe if they just kept Pelicans on the bottom and had up here like a basketball on or behind the Pelican, or the Pelican like on the bottom half of basketball, could look a little bit cooler. There was some effort there with the Pelican, and the Pelican's design on its own is cool, so he'll go in the C tier here. Hornets, they get a B tier from me. First of all, I just like the color scheme of the Hornets, the little different shades of blue or kind of purplish for the darker blue, and Hornets looking cool. He's just chilling, just vibing. Text, pretty good font, unique. Hornets are a terrible franchise, but their logo and jerseys are pretty good, so I give this a B tier. Rockets, this is a C tier jersey. This is a C tier if I've ever seen it. Pretty basic. Falls victim to pretty much just having text around a logo. Kind of like the Spurs thing here. I mean, there's an R that's supposed to look like a rocket ship, which I didn't even know because I'm an idiot. I didn't know that was supposed to be a rocket ship for way too long. When I finally figured that out, I realized how dumb I actually was. But just a plain looking logo. I'm going to give him a B for this one just because it's a little unique at least. They don't have any backgrounds on it. Just a basketball going through a hoop with the flames. Gets the point across what it's trying to do. The Vice editions of these make it look way better. So if this was like the one that has blue and pink on the basketball here, the same logo, that would be an S tier. So it just really shows how much the color scheme can help or hurt your logo. So it's just a B logo. Pretty good design. Bulls, I guess I have the thing for just having an animal in your logo, but this is just a classic logo. So clean, it's never going to need to be updated. Just the Red Bull, you know, when you see this, you don't need to see Chicago, you don't need to see Bulls, you know what team this is about. If this is the only thing you see on a shirt or hat or anything, once again, iconic. They never need to update this. Great looking logo. Now we have the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to give this a C tier. I was thinking maybe a little bit lower, but there's nothing I really hate about it. The Brooklyn does not look like it fits in. If it was just the Nets part, which is the main part, Nets with the shield and the basketball, just nothing really unique about it. Once again, like the Cavs did the right thing with their shield kind of thing. They took away, didn't do the basketball, didn't throw too much in there, made it their own. This is pretty generic, but there's nothing terrible about it, so I'll give it a C. Now we have the OKC Thunder. This is at least a cool looking logo. I mean, the color scheme and stuff is cool. Nothing, once again, really stands out too much, but there is a little bit of extra effort, I feel like, so I just like how it looks. B tier. Warriors I'm putting them in the B also. Very simple logo, just the bridge, but you know when you see this what you think of instantly. It gets the point across. Very simple, and blue and gold is a good color scheme to have. Now we have the Celtics with this leprechaun or whatever this is. This is a D tier for me. This just feels so out of date and corny compared to every other logo. Just look at all the other logos on this, even the ones that aren't good. At least just have the text or something. Having this lucky leprechaun in the middle of it, it literally looks like it's from 1950, and it's because it's from before that, but just a D tier logo. They need to update this. Jerseys, the Celtics will never change anything. Getting sick of it. Moving on though to another team that will never change anything. At least I have some different jerseys out, but the logo always going to stay the same. Los Angeles Lakers. This is an A tier simply because, am I being a little biased here, just because of how iconic the Lakers logo is and not off of the design? Probably, but that's all it is. It's simple, clean, just like the Bulls logo. You see this Lakers logo anywhere. Obviously it says Lakers on it, but it's just such a classic logo. Going up here on the A tier, I don't care what you say. And then we have the Magic, which honestly, I'm thinking this is an F tier. I mean, there's so much more cool stuff and effects and stuff you could do with a basketball when it's Magic. But no, they have a little trail behind it and 3 stars in front of the text that says Orlando Magic. Gotta put a little bit more effort in. So this is my final ranking of the NBA logos. Let me know what your S and F tiers are, or if you disagree with this entire list, let me know that too. And I will see you guys in the next ranking.